when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Hill. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. First down now, ball at the 33. Running it after the penalty. Has room down the left sideline. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Starting from the 5. Great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They go play action on 1st down. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped on that play by Danny Stutzman.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Tag. Viking 18.
Try and run here with Robinson. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hey, smash. 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60.
Fourth down, pass coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on fourth down. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Has it at the 7. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is first and goal.
Here we go. Ready,
Robinson crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Shock working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First and 10 now from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 46-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Chuck now from the gun. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's going to be blocked out after reaching the 43. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Third down, here's Shuck. It's on target to Williams. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. They'll run here on first down. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Another carry for him. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Again, the ball carrier.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Third and long. They're going to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs. Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
On second down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Finds his fullback. Has some daylight through the 40. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Throwing now off the play action. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go. Ready?
Robinson on the inside give. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Ready?
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Stop below 18. Let's go.
Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
70 Lions. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive.
Let's go. Hurt. 18, 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. All set now. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That one complete to Pitts. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Chase Brown now to return it. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the 2nd half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so, and maybe even take control of this game.
Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
It's a gain of 7.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Staying with Robinson. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Robinson, ball carrier. Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Short yardage run here for Brown. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now Shuck to throw. Hits him on the in route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offensive line fast.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out is going to carry on. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Running it now out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
He's got some air in the dish one deep down the middle. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints take over as he records his 10th career INT.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll cobble together a yard there. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They bring Olave in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
That's good for a Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Back-to-back carries here. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's just
Not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Shuck now on first down. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast. To throw, Shuck. And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our third quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Shuck. That's incomplete left side.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Let's go, go!
Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, come on.
Now a toss. This is Brown. That 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 13, right here. Go.
3rd down, it's Penix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Bronco 80.
Here's Robinson up the middle. No, up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Another carry for Robinson. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Brown on the inside give. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
It's a loss of 2.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
At the Saints' 40-yard line.
Ready? Viking, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. To Bijan Robinson, touchdown!
The kicker on for the point after.
It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Chuck working from the gun. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Now he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
1st down. Here's Swift. Moving there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons nearing their 2nd win of the campaign.
At the 34-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19. Here we go. Set.
Throwing off the play fake. Finds his fullback. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Go.
Counter play. Brown. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
They're going to pass it here. Buying some time left. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Kyle Pitts with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
28. Saints 7.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Chuck now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First and 10. Here's Shuck. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On second and 10 now, here's Shuck. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. To throw again here, it's Shuck. Big strike here to Williams. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this mystique.